further delay. We will also be available for any questions that you may have. Thank you.
Okay, the applicant has about 1.5 minutes left. You're good? All right. Okay, one last notation. Has there been any, to the clerk, any additional correspondence received as of this morning on this?
None other than what was distributed in the board route file.
Okay. And so at this point, I'm going to move to public comment and ask that the speakers fill out the salmon cards. As I call your name, please step forward, state your name for the record, and we do have quite a few speaker cards so far, so I will be holding you to the 3-minute comment period to move this item along. Please try not to repeat anything that's already been said. And so, Mr. Cox, you did fill out a speaker card, but you've already spoken. Okay, well then I will absolutely hold you to 3 minutes, and you'll be the first speaker, so please step forward. After that will be Ms. Carrie Vaugh.
I just have a couple comments. You know, I can't overemphasize the number of walkers, bicycle riders, little bikes like Vespas or something that are, there's more and more of them every day that are using North State Street from one end to the other, and I'm sure a big part of that is fuel cost, and it's going to get worse as fuel costs go up. So I think that hazard is something that's got to be weighed awfully heavy with all the mobile parks, et cetera, there is in that area. You know, under the conditions as they are now, there has been no requirements in regards to the access to and from that facility. Now, I heard today that Mr. McCracken is saying we're willing to condition it, but they're not conditions that are existing. And nextly, the traffic study that was cited as being used in the staff making the finding they could make administrative approval is a flawed study. The speed limits have been changed to 50 miles an hour, and that study was, I believe, done in 2005, and it's a different situation today. I think in view of those things alone, they have to do an EIR if they want to pursue this project in this location. I think I heard Mr. McCracken just say that Taylor Road would be a preferable site, but there's no land available. I just made the comment that that is not so. That as of today, we have had conversations with the Golden family that they will make their property available for consideration of a sale. Primarily, they're interested in leasing. And I understand their thoughts were like a 30-year lease. I understand also there's a 2-acre site that's the Goldens own that I think is under Mr. Sweeney is trying to deal on that for the county for hazardous waste. And then there is the land of 10 or 12 acres that was acquired that is north of the dog pound. That is a consideration that could be implemented. And again, I want to point out the chances for recycled water that I think should be implemented. Thank you.
And your name for the record, Mr. Cox.
My apologies. It's Jack Cox.
Thank you. Carrie Vaugh, followed by J.R. Rose.
Good afternoon. I'm Carrie Vaugh. I wanted to start out by saying that there's a few of us, I'm one of them, that sat on the City of Ukiah Growth Management Steering Committee for the Ukiah Valley General Plan update. That was a long process. A part of that, we decided that the Highway 101 corridor was very important for our Ukiah Valley and how it was looked at. And we talked about view shed, and not knowing what this site will turn into over a period of years, what I can envision myself might not be what we had intended for our 101 corridor to look like. So I wanted to make note of that. Secondly, I am a realtor, and I'm a member of the North Bay Association of Realtors that covers Lake, Sonoma, Mendocino County, all the way down to Marin County. I spoke yesterday with Jeremy Olson, who is our attorney for our Association of Realtors. And currently, what we're required as agents is to provide any buyers and sellers that are purchasing property in Mendocino County with a 4-page Mendocino County Buyer's Advisory disclosure. And in that disclosure right now, there are things in it such as the newly imposed Ukiah Sewer lateral requirements. There are things in there that deals with that North Coast wood preserving plant that's south of town, so that if I sell a house down by Fireside Village, I have to disclose to a buyer the potential negative impacts on that. I can envision